Oh, come on. Good morning, guys. So far, it's not too eventful overnight. Let's see, what do we get? 280, about 75. Well, basically about a 80-point move total overnight. So, don't know if I see any. I don't like we have an opening week gap. Good deal, good deal. Just wanted to make sure my microphone's working. No big hurry this morning. Don't really have a lot of news to go over today. Good morning, everyone. I already kind of got some pre-market zones marked out. This here is from the 15 minutes here. So we do have a 15-minute supply zone from 65 to about 77. So and we've hit it once, we hit it twice, so maybe the third time we may get through it. And this is a 5-minute zone. And we got a fairly big zone to the downside all the way to the 200, so definitely some bounce areas kind of highlighted here. All right. What's up, Andy? How are you doing today? Don't really know what to expect today. I feel like it's going to. I'm hoping since there's no news, and I'm hoping it's just a trending day. It looks like we have a Fed member speaking in 10 minutes, so at opening. I don't know why. Weird time. What's that? 10 a.m. Still breathing. Oh, goodness. What's up, Pine Tree? Are you streaming today? Let's see. No. How was streaming that the nighttime? I know I'm usually probably asleep or not paying attention to YouTube, but I see some of your pages, you know, stream from like overnight, and I've seen you do a little video say about streaming overnight. I didn't know how you like it. Not the London session, but that Asian market. Mm. No voice today. Yeah, a lot of people are getting the flu this year. Like, you know, my wife does we have a salon business, and it's crazy the amount of people that's called out sick this, you know, just, you know, can't make their appointment from being sick, and just from, you know, multiple family homes within our family that's have the flu. I'm hoping I escape it this year, but man, I don't know. I'm around sometimes around people, so man. Oh, the trading's horrible, but people like to hang out at that time. Yeah, it seems like a good time to build up a channel. That, to me, that's the only thing that sucks about streaming this time, just because it's against you against so many other traders, so you have so many options. So I mean, I understand why, you know, Jay does what he does, as far as, you know, he streams all the awkward times of the evening, the London, and those last hours of power hour, and that's when most people aren't streaming. Most of the daytime streamers, they're knocking out their trades early in the morning and enjoying the rest of the day. Let me go to Streamlabs. I figured I got time. Heck. Oh man, get through this little 5 minute zone here. Got a little zone marked out. Looks like. Looks like we have a lot of equal lows sitting there. Maybe that's what we're taking out. I mean, it's like quad lows. Look at there. You have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles sitting there at 40, what, 38. All right. What was I going to look up? Something. Oh yeah, Streamlabs there. Oh goodness. All right. So Beulah Knox is 90% off, and Apex is 80 at the moment. Oh. Let's see. Next level of bounce is probably going to be around this area here. I say between the 28 to 15, we should get hopefully a bounce out of that area. Well, man, and we may get a 200 just because we could run these overnight lows. But I'm gonna go with these lows, and that would be your London lows. And it looks like we already possibly ran the London highs. Good morning, Java. How was your weekend? All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. Don't really know what to expect from the market today, Java. I'm hoping since we don't have no news, the markets are closed, we get a nice trending day. That's kind of what I would like to see. Nice trending day. Indicator. All right. Market is open. Let's see if we get that bounce. Here's the top of that supply demand zone here at the 25s here. Let's see here. There's the 25. All right, there comes that 15. Kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here at this 215 level. 214. Look at there, bounced right at the 17th. We're going to wait and see what happens within this zone that we have marked out between the 27s to 22,000 even. This is a supply and demand zone for the, I want to say 15 minutes. For the 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So we all right, it's working its way down. Ooh, it bounced right off of that zone there. All right, here comes the. This would be our next one down at 200. 200. And these are coming from TradingView supply and demand zones. Yeah, you can see it all. I mean, you can also look to the left and see it yourself too. All right. There's our next level hit. And you would think that we would struggle to get down below the 200s and move back up. That 200 bounce. Kind of waiting to see what's going to happen at this non-EMA, if we're going to get a bounce there, or if we're going to continue higher through what? Through the 14s. So we ran all those supply and demand zones starting with 25 through 20. So I'm going to wait for our next move and see if we can get through the 200s here. I feel like we can get through the 200s. We should continue lower. And the next levels down that we can look for possible would be your what opening week gap, or opening week here. Oh, I guess that was we are at the opening. Never mind. Never mind. And that would also put us through the 15-minute opening gap too. Java, did you keep your good Friday? I know you said you had some pretty good trades Friday. I didn't know if you held on to your green for the rest of the day. My goal is to wait for us to get through the 2000s here, or 22,000s. We have some demand basically all the way down to the 50s. If I can get in without risking a lot, that would be the ideal here. All right, retesting the 200s once again. I figured most of the moves that we do enter is going to probably be a possible grind anyway. Just because of the low volatility that we have this morning. Where's my... This got to be moving back up. We're like way oversold. If we can see some good volume through this 21 EMA and above this 50% mark and above this fair value gap, I mean, setting up for a nice little A setup here. And we have this gap up here that we can fill in back at the 40s. Bounced off the next support level there at the 14s. These supply and demand levels, man, they just hit on the money. Still kind of want to see us get through those 2000 levels. That's why I said I'm not going to mess with shorts unless we get through the 22,000s here. See how we just keep bouncing off of that level. That's the bottom of that zone on your 15-minute and 5-minute. Oh, goodness. You're thinking about letting a long at the 205s? I'm going to try to stay away from any trades between 200 and 214 or 215. If you can get through this 14, I think you can get a really nice move back up to at least 26 up here at the opening range low. You just got to get through this level here. That's a kind of the middle of that zone there. It's trying to get through it. See, it's battling it. It's gonna hit it a couple times. It's the middle of that supply and demand zone sitting at 14. So it's kind of in the middle between the 26 and the 2000s. Come on. It's trying to get through there. Man, it's bouncing right off that zone. Come on. One more touch of the 9. Let's get, they should, come on, one more time. That's the third candle it doesn't hit that same zone over and over. So maybe this will be the time you get through there. Are you just shooting for 10 points? What is your profit target, Java? I feel like we can push below these 200s and find support below the 200 or 22,000s. We could possibly be pushing all the way down to the 50s. But if we can get back above this zone, well, the top of this zone up here, back above the 25s, 26, then I think we could possibly look forward to push back into these zones up here at the 265s, 270s. And I'm getting these zones off TradingView, just using supply and demand zones. And you can see I'm getting ran over and over. I mean, it's just back and forth, kind of. So, like, that zone was created kind of earlier this morning. We've only been inside this zone once, so that's why we're struggling kind of in this area here. So that's why I said if we can get to the bottom of this zone and push out to the other side, we have another zone all the way back down here into the 125s on 5 minutes. Then the top of the hour there is at the 45s and 50s. So that's why I said if we can get below the 22,000s, I'm going to try to leave one of my runners down to the 50s. Yeah, the middle of these supply and demand zones are super strong. And I've only been following these for a week. And like, man, I haven't really started using them a lot in my trading, but definitely are trying to work them in there, or hopefully keep me out of trades. That's usually the main part. Like, I use indicators more to keep me out of trades and not really get into trades. And if we get through the 14, this next level sitting at 26, or yeah, right at 26 would be your next resistance. So honestly, if we can get back up out of this supply and demand zone, this is where I feel like we could have a nice move to the upside to the 265. So nice little 30-point possible move above this supply zone. Just got to be patient and wait. I mean, that's the only kind of downfall to this, especially on a day like today being a holiday day for the stock market. So we don't have the volume that we would usually need to be pushing some of these bigger moves. All right, so this is going to be my red zone here. All right, here we go. Finally getting to that level. It took about 4 or 5 times. Did not print above it, guys. The only thing about, let's just say if we did get long right above this here, you would have to, I think what you would need to see is for us to hit the 50 EMA, then come back and find resistance here at the 14s. Because I do like the long here. I like that this is we broke a structure. We got a nice little fair value gap here. The only thing is your stop loss be kind of big, but you're also above your 50% mark for the morning. So that was a nice hit off your 50% there. But see, that was also the bottom of your 5-minute gap there too. So it's almost like it just bounced right off the 5-minute candle and just ripped down. There's just a lot in that area there. So you just have to kind of, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to play. Because we got the supply and demand zone, the middle of that range sitting at 14. We got your 50% mark of the total move for the day sitting at 22217. This is also at the bottom of your 5-minute candle also. You definitely, if I didn't have all that, I would have considered a long above this, but with all that, you know, that's what I'm saying about using indicators to kind of keep me out of trades. We also got a little 1-minute bear flag here kind of set up. So that's why I definitely like the below the 200 here, or below the 22,000s. That was so tempting. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was super tempting, but I'm trying to hold off for the 22,000. Trying to get to the 22,000 here. Just because I feel like even if we break our trend line here, we just have not gotten through this level either. This is definitely going to be a day of patience when it comes to trading. Like, this is going to be kind of like trading the London market or your Asian market a little bit. Java, I feel like an 8-point trade's a trade of the day, man. There we go. Nice. We're testing this range here. I still feel like the safer of the trades probably going to be above 27 here. This is just a really weird range. And I only say that is just because everything's kind of fairly close within, what, 20 points of your 200, your VWAP, and your 50. So no matter where you enter, you're always going to be looking for a bounce off of these locations. There's just not a lot of separation. Is anybody gonna be getting any crazy snow weather this week? I know we got a big storm coming east, so I didn't know if anybody else was in the path of that. I mean, we do really have a really like nice little bear flag set up here on the 1 minute. We just got to be patient and wait for it to break. I mean, you can see it forming. Here's the bottom of your flag here, and here's the top of it here. You can almost see the triangle here. I guess we can check and see what we have going on the rest of the week since we're not really have a lot going on right now. We're trying to see what if we got any good volatility, good news days coming up soon. See what tomorrow has to offer. Yeah, it looks like a no news Tuesday. Whoop, nope. Oh, I guess they got Trump labeled as a 3-star news. I guess because you never know what they're going to say. They don't really have a time, so I'm assuming around close of tomorrow. So what's that? 3? What's that? 1? So somewhere between 2 and 4. Let's see. This Monday, Wednesday. Got the FOMC meeting minutes. What's this? Wednesday. So far, really no big time news for the early mornings here. Well, I take that back. Is that wait? Let me make sure I got. Oh, this is Thursday. So Thursday we do have Philadelphia Fed manufacturing, which I don't think those are. Which well, I'll take that back. Initial job claims, I guess, with the two together might have some decent move here. Okay. So basically it looks like Friday's really the only morning that we have like tons of news. Every other day besides that it's just super random. So we are finding support above this 15 or 14. Kind of want to see us get through this 50 here. 50 EMA here. And it's the second move through the 50. We bounced off it once. We keep bouncing off the 14. We're getting above this 50% mark. But I'd like to see like a printed candle above this session mid here. But I feel like you only probably got about 10 points for you run into resistance. Yeah, I have that marked out. Well, I actually have about the 26, 27 marked out. Yeah, it's a federal holiday today, so the FOMC minutes is not that important. Yeah, I couldn't remember what is one there. I know there's two different ones. One's the minutes and the other one's a meeting, right? So if it's the meeting, that's usually the bigger one than the minutes. Ooh, we're losing that freaking 14 again, trying to break out of this 1 minute trend line here. We still did not break out of our flag. I almost want to risk a few points on this. Mm. Outer, would that be considered an order block like this? Where you got the big bearish candle with the little small green? Is that what you're looking at as far as your 25 goes? Hmm. Hmm. Come on. Man, it's almost to the point. No matter what trade you enter, you're just going to have to sit through grinding. So it's not going to be like instant. Oh goodness. Yeah, I can see a bearish move to the downside. That's kind of what I was actually hoping for with this trend line break. But I wanted to see us get through this fair value gap or the 200 moving average, or not the 22,000 level. I'm hoping this is that little move out of your bearish flag, then it sells back through. Man, this is brutal today. It is definitely going to be just a eval type day trade. I seriously doubt we'll be trading any funded accounts. Yeah, I actually considered taking this long here, but man, there was just so much going on in this area that was really hard to get into that. Well, I mean, we didn't even got 10 points above this big fair value gap yet. I mean, it's been just that slow of a move. That was a nice push up to the 25. Did it hit the 25 outer? Like it came close. If you're shooting for 10 points today, it's just going to be a straight grind just for 10 points. Unless you just buy like right on a really good spot. Because if you buy just middle of the spot, man, you're just sitting here just grinding just to get 10. You said equal lows on sell side? I was kind of wondering if we're just going to fill in this gap over here, like before we move back down. We have a gap here, fill in all the way up at the, what, 40s? Brutal. If we can't find nothing, it's no biggie. We'll just kind of come back tomorrow and find us something. All right, we just broke above the opening range low. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. We're gonna probably try to make it till 11 o'clock today, and just hopefully we get some kind of like price action move today. Like if I can just get one trade for like 10 points and a runner or something, that's just kind of the only really goal for the day. Just not really sure how well normal trading is going to work just because of the volume. I didn't know if it'll just be a consistent grind today where we just stay in a trend, but every single candle is just a grind. Hmm. Woo, and we almost need another coffee break. Just sitting here watching this slow ass crap. It's rough. You're waiting for the second leg. Now, is that you looking for shorts today, Outer, or looking for longs? I guess you're looking for shorts. Looking for shorts. I was only going to be in the short if we got below the 22,000s, but we never did get below the 22,000. I would think that we would hit 43 would be possible a target to the upside here. Let's see if we can push the 43s. Man, I feel like the 27 might have been your long opportunity because that got right back above that range, and the top of this next supply and demand zones at 43. pretty close to our non-EMA bounce here. But we just shoot. 43 equal highs. Yeah. That's also the top of that supply zone. Outer, how was your Friday? Wow, that was a nice little 20 bounce there. How was your Friday, Outer? Oh, 3 trades on Friday. Yeah. To me, I feel like the all of February has been a pretty tough month. I feel like it's probably been one of my roughest trading months. Like on one funded account, I had like five straight losses on my funded account. Unfortunately, because it seemed like all my winning trades are on evals, and I finally find one I like on funded and end up being a loser. That's kind of how it's been going for me this month. Which last weekend, I think I was up like $300 to $400 on my fundeds because I switched to a different funded account because I took like 4 or 5 straight losses on the one. So, and I didn't want to risk any more of it. There's a back below the opening range high there. Ooh, come on. One trade today. That's all we need. One trade. And call it a day. I'm not sure if we'll get back through the 27s. That's the previous supply and demand zone sitting at 27 here. Outer 0-3 losses, is that like your max losses for the day, or is that your, or is your trading based on losses or amount loss? Oh, excuse me. Do you think the US 30 can be? I don't know. I'm not sure what the US 30 is. What we're let's us. Oh, okay, the Dow. I don't know. I don't ever follow the Dow. Usually I stick strictly to the ES and the NQ. The only other thing that I've considered trading lately is probably gold. I've been meaning to look at gold, but I haven't tried it. And even with the ES, I don't trade the ES. I just watch the ES. I try to just stick strictly to one market. That way it's just the same market that I watch, every day. So this way it's just less confusing, and you don't have to get familiarized with all the different markets. So we strictly stay with the NQ. And on the ES, a lot of times I'll follow Adam Manzini levels. So usually he kind of releases a plan, and I have access also to his newsletter. So a lot of times we'll trade off his levels. And a lot of times I'll have his levels and stuff marked. I don't have them updated this week because I knew today was just going to be kind of a weird trading day because of the market not being open. Yeah, if we can get back below this opening range low, definitely make the shorts a little bit more interesting. But the worst part about it, we're still within the 5 minute candle from this morning. So, I mean, usually on normal days, we're waiting to get outside of our 15 minute candle or even our 5 minute candle. But right now, we're just stuck within this 5 minute candle. What's up, crypto? Any luck finding any trades today? Or did you take this grinder back up to the. I mean, we had a super long grinding move all the way up, but there was really no entries. Ooh, did we finally push the 43? I mean, it was really almost like a little bull flag here. Tradeify's got $15 evals? Oh, back in December. Oh, okay. No, we're definitely not touching no PAs today. It's just strictly a eval trade if we can find one. We haven't even taken any trades this morning. Like every single trade just been a grind. Which I mean, I expected this. This is pretty normal. It's a Monday. The markets are really not open, so we just don't have the liquidity or the volume we need. I feel like every trade you jump in, it's just gonna be a grinding trade. You'll be over here like just like, come on, let's go. It's one of those type moves where you're just praying and hoping to the the market makers. Uh, oh, I didn't know they had that. I mean, I know some. I remember when Tradeify did those cheap accounts, but I didn't know they renewed at that price. Yeah, Eric, the market closes at 12 today, which I don't know if I'll make it that long, just because this has been pretty tedious to watch this morning so far. This will be the first year I've done that. I mean, I plan on using the eval fees and stuff because it's, you know, money you have to spend with them. So I would think so. To me, it's not any difference. If you were a 1099 contractor, if you were, you know, doing work for somebody, you would use all your stuff as write-offs. So if you had to either drive your vehicle around or, you know, use gas or repairs or whatever, you know, take out your overhead. Yeah, I'm not even trying with those guys. I never watch. I mean, I didn't get no 1099. I mean, I should have because you know I never got my payout from them. I never got payouts from affiliates or you know, from getting to pay out with them. So today I feel like only 5 points is like the sweet spot if you're looking for a trade. I think if you can get 5 points, that's the sweet spot for the day. Yeah, I just threw them away. I'm not going to waste my time or you know even bother with that. Wow, that was it actually gave you 10 points. How about that? That's pretty nice. Another little bounce off your opening range low there. So usually this makes trades hard to enter. So when you done bounced off one location, what, at least 6 or 7 times, unless you're just entering it quite a bit or taking chances, most time these type of moves are hard to enter on just because we done bounced off this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13 times before we finally got that move up 10 points. This red line here that you're looking at, this is the top of that supply and demand zone over here that I'm looking at on TradingView. And if you're new here, this little square box, that's usually your macro time. This is the last 10 minutes of the hour. Which this was the first one. Usually this is the almost the sweet spot of the day. That first macro time box after 9 o'clock. Most time that's when you get your decent move of the morning. Oh yeah, it's been a very tough morning, Eric. There's not been a lot of movement. It's just pretty much to me a scalping day. I feel like if you can get 5 points out of this, you're good. But me, like most people watch me know, I usually like to go for 10 points because I'm using low micros. So 5 points to me is like $50, and I like to hit that 10 points with a runner. Man, this is like kind of like watching the Asian market or a slow day in the London market. Oh, okay. Is that a is that also the indicator also in that crypto? Oh, come on. Ooh. I like it above this 43 here. Looking for this level to hold here at 43. Uh I may try a cheap long above, like I said, above this 43, 42 area, because this is also above your 15 minutes, and just risk like 3 points or something. See what this next candle offers. Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, I'll get it downloaded in a minute, and that'll put all your whatchamacallits in there, like all your macro times. I will see if we get another retest of these 43s here and see if they hold. Okay. Retest of the 15 minutes. We got some supply zone up there at the 60, 63s. Do we want to really need to see us print above the 43? And see if we can have like a super low risk. What time is it? 11:11, 11:10. See, a lot of times if we push back inside that 15 minutes, most of the time we'll have like a nice little push down. Ooh, crypto, have you taken any trades today? Hmm. Okay, so you're just doing 3 or 5 handles at a time. Yeah, today's been a really not I don't know, just a hard time pulling the trigger just because how slow we're moving. Because I know whatever trade you entered, you're going to be in it for a little bit just because how long it's taken to just get 10 points. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Oh goodness. Excuse me. it? 11:15. I'm just gonna risk a few points on this. Literally like 3. And see if we can stay above the 15. So we're going to be in this for 2 points. All right. Break even. We did 5 points on that first one just because it's been tough just to get 5 points today. And that's right at also at the top of this imbalance gap here. Was sitting at the 50. So that's why kind of really one of my reasons for choosing 5 points, just because that was right at the 50. And this is just my normal shoot for 10 points. And this level here is at the bottom of a 15-minute supply and demand zone, which is 64. Almost should have sold all 4 contracts instead of 2. I was trying to divide it up. I guess we can risk a few. Uh-oh, something's wrong. Shows. Oh wait, never mind. Ah. For some reason, I don't have my stop loss in there. Let's see. If we lose 44, we'll close the trade. For some reason, my stop loss is not on there. It's almost like they bless us with 4 to 6 points. Like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. Come on. Yeah. I forgot about Robinhood doing futures. I heard that mentioned somewhere. All right, so 43 will be our closed trade area. Because we do not want to lose the top of this zone here, this supply zone at 43. That's pretty good. No. There's our 43 bounce. Like I said, 43s are line in the sand that if we lose that level, we'll close the trade because for some reason we lost our stop loss. Ooh. Yeah, we definitely got a little bull flag going here. But this is unconventional trading as far as the volume goes. So the bull flags are even hard to take because the breakouts are so slow. We're in premium. Yeah, I know we were back in premium right at that last fair value gap. Where's that? shoot, we're at the top of that too. Woo, we got the 5 point battle going. We missed it by like literally 2 ticks. Oh, come on. One more pullback. At least get the 50 again, then we'll probably look into closing this trade because, oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's. I'm not really sure if we're going to get up to 60s here. We got one contract left in this. Almost wish that I went in just a little heavy and just shot for 5 points. Because right now we're kind of in the premium and the NQ. We've already had a pretty good sizable pullback here. If you pull this first big leg all the way down. All right, now we're gonna play this. If we lose the 55 here, we'll just call it. We may just shoot to try to just get 10 points. I still feel like 63 is a possible target. That's probably, but I don't feel like sitting through another freaking 10 to 13 points. Let me see what the ES is at. We got a range sitting at 50. So we could have a pushback down of 42 if we cannot break out of this range at the 50. Let's look at the ES. All right. If we start losing the 20, we're just going to go ahead and close this. Yeah. Yeah, we already started losing the 20, so. That was some garbage profit there off of that. A few contracts. The London close here. Oh, goodness. Oh, well. You're going to wait for the market shift. I don't know if I'm going to wait any longer. I think that was going to probably be it for me today, Outer. This has been very tough to watch this morning. Because we're not doing no funded trades. And like I said, that whole trade, I mean, we really only made like 25 bucks off of it. I think you got till 11 or 12 o'clock today, or is it 12 or 1 o'clock today for the market to close? All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today. Hopefully tomorrow will be much better. Hopefully it'll be back to normal market moving with the NQ. This was really tough watching this morning. It was just straight, just grinding. You too, Outer, Crypto. Everybody's keep your account safe today. There's no reason to risk it on a not a no news, but a market close day. Woo. Look at the London close offering a little bit of volatility. That's the fastest 10-point move I've seen in an hour. Maybe we'll finally get the huge sell-off, Outer. I was kind of like you this morning. I definitely had a little bearish bias this morning. Oh well. All right, guys, have a good one.